as young men, or me as a young man, I was often told what I could not do as opposed to what I could do and could be. And so I wanted to negate the mindset of people that all I would be was just a Shawnee grad that would be out on Market Street doing nothing more than wasting my life. There's a saying that is often used, what they see is what they will be.
I believe that imagery is very important. So for young boys of color to see achievement in older black males in particular, you cannot be what you cannot see.
I think serving not only as a role model to my two daughters, but also as a role model to other black males. I'm a firm believer that no matter what the circumstance, if I grew up in an environment where I seen doctors, lawyers, and business folks, the chances are that's what I will become.
The reason why it's important for young men of color to see achievement around them is to let them know that they too can attain achievement of certain levels. Someone needs to pass the torch to them so that they can see, I can be like this person, or I can even go past what that person achieved.
Despite my situation that I saw around me, which was low income, poverty to a large degree, I knew that I could do better and I could be more. My parents always preached education as a way to not only get out of the situation, but as a way to better yourself and also make an impact in the world.
I think our family was a big influence. My grandparents and our extended family, lots of uncles and aunts. We couldn't do something somewhere away from our parents, around our family, and get away with it. And not only would you be disciplined by that family member, but when you got home, you'd be disciplined by your parents. So it was just a network of support, a great network of family and friends who were just always around us.
I would say that what I seen helped me rise above the negative, because growing up, I never knew what I wanted to be. I always knew what I didn't want to be. During my time in high school, it was like I had tutors because I was bad in high school. I started off like failing out of high school. So therefore, once I transferred to school my junior year, they had to put me with a tutor because somebody had to make sure I was on top of my grades. And he started just pushing me. He started to see something in me I never seen in myself. And then I got into vocational school where I learned how to cook. And then that teacher also just started breathing life into me.
Because I had the opportunity to be bused to a different school or had friends that were bused in from a different neighborhood, I was able to meet other people from other backgrounds that had other experiences that I was able to draw off of.
This is urgent. I believe in the motto of solutions only. I believe that it's our responsibility to hold ourselves, our young boys, our race accountable for our actions and come up with solutions, not complaining, in order to create change.
We can't delay the action that we take to assist our young men of color. The time is now. A lot of times what happens is we have dialogue, that dialogue turns into continuous dialogue, and nothing is ever done in terms of action. So I encourage our community to take an active stance, have the important discussion and dialogue, but also put into place those action steps that's gonna help our young men of color succeed.
My challenge to others is to, A, look and see beyond your own front porch. We have a segment of young people who consistently live shorter, poor quality lives, and it's not their fault. We have both the opportunity and the urgency to address the needs of African American males, and it's up to all of us to change those odds.
We owe it to them to pay it forward towards them so that they can then in turn pay it forward towards future generations. And so my challenge is look at each child differently because each person is different. We're unique in our own way. And so look at each child, pull something positive out of that child, hook them up with someone that can groom them along the way.
Well, it's important for people to see black male achievement right now because so much is happening right now in the world. And you need to see that even though there's so much division, there's also so many people coming together. That there are so many people doing positive things. There are so many people doing negative, but I promise you, there's 3 times as many people doing positive. I have nothing but a group of positive people around me who in their own lanes are doing the same thing I'm doing, just different.
Because there are a lot of guys like me who go to work every day, who take on responsibilities for their own kids or other people's kids, who do things in their church and in their communities. And that's not the story we really see quite often. And so I think if those brothers who are out there doing those positive things are reaching back and reaching down and reaching out and grabbing these other young brothers and bringing them up, I think we would be in a much better place.
If you want to see change, let's stop talking, let's start doing.